Hey everyone, Luke here, and I apologise for this review being a little bit late. Like I said on Monday, when I did the Dr. Stone review, I felt like this would be the more appropriate day to do it, because it's the only other day that I actually had time to actually do this. But before I get into it, I just want to say one quick thing: is that I probably would have done this yesterday, but something something got in the way, and that was the fact that I had been playing Resident Evil Village for the first time. And I must say, having played Resident Evil 7 and getting through most of 8 yesterday and today, or I would say yesterday and Tuesday, I would say that I did that they're both really good games. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say around. But they're both two of the best Resident Evil games, and I've played a few of them. I've not played all Resident Evils, but I have played a few. And like I said, they are two of the better games. Although I would say I do enjoy Resident Evil 7 a little bit more, just because the characters and the story. Like the Baker family and Evelyn, I feel are a lot better than the villains we get in Resident Evil Village. That's just my opinion. Although I will say, nothing in Resident Evil 7 compares to the dollhouse level in 8. Anyone who's played that level knows what I'm talking about. Like, that level is probably one of the scariest things to come out of Resident Evil, for the simple fact of the baby. Like, anybody who plays it knows the section that I'm talking about. So yeah, nothing in Resident Evil 7 compares to the baby in 8. And like I said, I do enjoy Resident Evil 8. I've enjoyed the recurring enemies a lot more. A lot more in that game. But yeah, you didn't want to come here to talk about Resident Evil, so you wanted to come and talk about Mission Yozakura. So that's all I'll say is, go and buy both games, play them for yourself. But for now, let's get on with the review. Also, as well, it's a good job that I did wait until now, because now we've got the table of contents for the upcoming issue. Sorry, it's just like a biscuit packet crackling in the background there. But yeah, we've got the latest issue of Weekly Shonen Jump coming. I've got the table of content, and people are disappointed that Mission Yozakura Family is on the bottom. Now, I will say, for Witch Watch fans, Witch Watch being on the top, great. Now, for those Mission Yozakura people who are just like crazy, like, oh my god, is it going to be cancelled? What is going on here? Calm down, calm down. I don't think it's going to get cancelled, for the same reason I say every single time. Like, Earthchild, Daughter, and Duran, they look like they're going to be out before Mission Yozakura Family. And let's think about it. My Hero's going to be ended this year. We've got JJK, that's over halfway there. Marshall's ending soon. Undead Unluck's ending soon. Black Cloak, basically all these other series that are ending, like, they're gonna need something to survive for a while. So yeah, I think it's just mainly because because we've got My Hero, Black Clover, and One Piece all on break this week, and really there's nowhere else to put it. And let's be honest, it's at the bottom, but it's at ranked 12, when usually if that was the case, people wouldn't be so worried about it. So come on guys, it's not at the bottom, like not at 16, 17. Yeah, it may be at the bottom of this week, but once we get like One Piece and My Hero back, I feel like we're gonna get like a boost in Yozakura. Like, come on, let's just calm down, and just take a breather and wait and see. And also as well, like the table of contents rankings for the upcoming chapters, that's usually in response to 8 weeks ago. So that was in the chapter where Momo was just going crazy when he was like scratching so much that he was drawing blood. So I guess Japan just really didn't care for that chapter, unlike some of us. But anyway, let's get on with the chapter. So it's chapter 136, titled the gold rank spy meeting part 2, basically continuing off from the end of the last chapter where Koricho was like, oh, so if you want to expel the Yozakura family, by all means go ahead, but seriously, it starts off this shot by saying, seriously, the spy association to decide the fate of the Yozakura family. What a joke, as he unleashes all his friends, so he's like, yeah, you move and you're gonna get cut. So now that Koricho's giving up his had his wires like all over the place so that nobody better move, we have Shura and Alex say, oh, lumping that madman in with the... No, we have Koricho saying this by basically saying like, yeah, Momo, he may be our father, but he is a madman, and lumping it in with the rest of the Yozakura family is a spectacularly foolish decision. I'm sure this is all just fun and games to you lot, but I am not in the mood to be playing. Basically, he's getting pissed off by this, by saying like, oh, you guys are going to expel us just because of one rogue member, and that means that all of us have to be expelled. Yeah, by all means, go and do that. But just so you know that there will be a price to pay. Now we don't know exactly what that price is, although it's Koricho's eye, so we can bet in full, so we get sinister and creepy. As we have Alex saying, "Huh, sure, sounds fair, but if you attack us at this meeting, you'll only make the Yozakura family look worse." And Koricho is just like, "Yeah, I don't care about that. We're the greatest family in the spy world, so even if we left the organization, it won't follow us in any way, and we will still be able to catch Momo." So yeah, and Koricho does have the skills to pay the bills. So he's not just saying that as like bravado. No. Koricho being like one of the strongest spies in the world, essentially. Yeah, he could probably be like, "Oh yeah, you could kick us out, but we're going to do whatever we want to do, and we're going to go and get Momo, and we'll basically get him because we are the Yozakura family, pretty much the #1 spy family in the world." But we have Futaba and Shinzo just playing like, Koricho, just calm down, stop. You're not thinking straight here. And but rather than speaking at this moment in time, Kai brings out a knife, like a razor blade, and just shreds without any care in the world. Call Silent Kill coming, it's just like, and just shreds Koricho's threads. So yeah, you do not want to mess with Kai, and especially when we have him and Koricho getting a little bit close, if you know what I mean. Yeah, people after reading the shots were like, yeah, there's obviously something going on. Like, there was hints at before, but no, these are blatant on the nose hints of there's something going on between Kai and Koricho. As Kai says, "I understand why you're mad, Koricho, and that's exactly why I need you to stay calm." And then we have Tayo just getting everything through his head. Like, Kai just cut those threads like it was nothing. And then we have Koricho say, I expect as much of you, Sume. You made my steel spider threads unravel with a single slice. An inhuman feat only you could pull thanks to your extreme perception." Obviously, now, okay, yeah, this actually gets me thinking, yeah, Kai must have a blooming. Like, there's no way about it. Like, you do not just get the jump on Koricho like that. Yeah, Kai has a blooming. Kai has probably had a blooming at some point. I don't know. I'm just throwing things at the wall now to see what sticks. But yeah, there's no way that Kai just does that casually. Yeah, he either has had some intense training from Koricho, or he's got a blooming from Koricho's blood. Leading into my theory of the last chapter that maybe the idea of blooming only being activated by the head of the Yozakura family might not actually be the case, and it might actually just be like any of the siblings can do it, but it won't be as effective as when it's done from the head. They continue on by Koichi saying, but if you can see everything so well, then you must have seen how warped this facade of a meeting is. If you're trying to stop me fully aware of that, then I will have no mercy, not even for you, Kat. So yeah, Koichi's getting mightily pissed off at this point, and yeah, it seems like there's like sparks going between them, and Tayo's just like, what the hell is going on here? But Kai, being Kai, just brings out a small cracker as he starts patting Koichi's hand by saying, your hand is really beat up. The gloves where your threads bite into your skin are deeper than usual. These are the marks of a kind-wired artist who is considerate of his family members, fighting alongside him. You put in an extra dab of your usual pre-mission collage too. Musumi's favourite begotten sentence. Basically, Musumi's favourite scent. You picked up on that to help her feel better. And you even, Koichi, slit your hair back, ran your hair through with a few extra times when you're dressed because of how serious you take your position as the eldest son. You want to look calm and controlled as you tackle a family emergency. And Kai's like, look, I get you're mad at how unfair things are. I get that, and I get that this is a trivial matter that won't affect the Yozakura family in the end. But blow up now, and you'll just put the seeds for future headaches. So basically, he's saying to Koichi, like, look, yeah, you're mad now. I get that, but if you blow up now, it's just going to cause a mountain of problems later, not just for you, but for me. So can you at least calm down now, so that we don't have a pissing match with each other? And Koichi is just like, fine, I wasn't interested in fighting anyway, we could continue the meeting. So yeah, everyone's just like, oh, thank God for that. But Tayo is like picking up on something here, like, yeah, there is something going on with Kai and Koichi, and yeah, whatever it is something special between the two. That's probably what's going through Tayo's head at this moment in time. As Koichi says, I guess if I must, I could offer one compromise. We're basically able to capture Momo, and and see this as a foregone conclusion. No. He says that, okay, yeah, that I can offer a compromise here. We know that we're going to be able to capture Momo. That's inevitable. That's going to happen. But what he wants is the background noise from an uninvited script, uninvited third parent. But what basically Koichi's like, look, yeah, we're going to capture Momo, but we don't want. But he wants the background noise from everyone else. Basically saying that, everyone in the Spy Assumption, can you keep your distance from us while we sort out this family problem ourselves? Can you do that? And we'll capture Momo as quickly as possible. Once he's in our custody, I'm sure the fools trying to hackle us will wise up and shut up. And this is where Alex is like, as quickly as possible, And how exactly is that going to be, Koichi? As Koichi puts up three fingers. I seriously cannot. Like, seriously, how do people do that with their fingers? Like, putting those three fingers. Like, seriously, I can never actually do that, but Koichi can. So I just do that. Like, so Koichi was putting up three fingers, and Alex is just expecting, like, oh, 3 months? I suppose it would take long. It would take a long time for the Yozakura family to plan out. And Koichi's like, oh, no, Alex, I am not saying 3 months. I'm saying 3 days. We'll capture Momo in 3 days. Okay, yeah, I am interested. How are they gonna do that? So, yeah, basically, Koichi's like, yeah, we're so awesome, we're going to capture Momo in 3 days, and I trust you have, no one has any complaints. And as everyone except Tayo and Shinzo are having stoic expressions, we have Tayo and Shinzo just like, what are you saying? How are we going to do that? And yeah, that is something that I would that I would like to know, because as Shinzo puts up, says here, he says, Koricho, even for us that sounds a little too close for comfort. Yeah, it does. Like, even for the most professional family in the world, like, surely you need more than 3 days to plan this, because if one thing slips up, then yeah, I think this is going to lead to more consequences, or that Momo is probably going to escape, because he's Momo and he always escapes. Like, how many times does Momo escape the family now? It's got to be like the fifth time this has happened. But anyway, we have a spy on the monitor who looks like a little devil with a G on his head, called Lord Giga, who is saying, "Oh, sure, cool, that'll sound fun." And we have a Dr. Mozu. Wait, so Mozu from Dr. Stone became a doctor and he got transferred into the Mr. Yozakura family universe? I had to do that joke. I just had to. But yeah, very interesting characters here. I must say this Dr. Mozu kind of reminds me of a combination between I and Nanano, because like Nanano, it's like, it seems like this guy is a scientist spy, but has like long hair, kind of like I. And these two guys obviously have a relationship with Shion. Like Lord Ginga has a relationship with Shion, because obviously being like a hacker spy, whereas Dr. Mozo obviously has a relationship with Nanano, being a scientist spy, which makes me very happy. I like to see like other members of the Yozakura family actually having friends outside of their family for a change, and it makes me think like what their whole relationship is, what their backstory with each member is. But Giga's title just makes me think like, oh my god, I have to do this. Their title is Cyber Demon. Now, there is a fanfiction called Doom Repercussions of Evil, which is awful. It is absolutely awful. Full of grammatical errors, like Colonel Johnson, when it's supposed to be Colonel Johnson. And it has a moment where John got in his pulse rifle and blew up the door, and then the cyber demon, like literally the demon in that fanfiction is called the Cyber Demon. So I'm like, that just reminds me of it. Like, go and find that fanfiction, Doom Repercussions of Evil. But anyway, back to the chapter. They say like, right, if you pull it off, that'll be awesome. If you mess up and don't, then you've got a promise to let me hack into Shinzo's database. So basically, Lord Giga is saying like, oh, okay, if you fail, I get to hack into Shinzo's database. And Dr. Mozu is saying, let me take a bunch of Nano's research data too. He was mean and cut all ties with me. Okay, what exactly did you do to get Nano to cut all ties with you? Like, seriously, that is something I definitely want to know now. But then we have the most interesting relationship coming up here, as we have Lord Ginga saying, hey, Hulang, I bet you're relieved to hear the Yozakura family is getting let off the hook. I heard you were Keigo's teacher at one point, and Hulang says that is strictly business. Okay, this is very interesting because it's Keigo. It's Keigo's old teacher, so like school teacher or just spy teacher. Like, what teacher had to put with Keigo? Like, I honestly want to know, like, how that went, how Keigo's education went, and what this teacher had to do with it. Like, how she had to put with Keigo, because you know what Keigo is like. But anyway, we get the name of the other one, which is Cosmos. Okay, yeah, Cosmos in a comatose state. Akisakuro. So yeah, really mouthful name right there. But of course, Alex is obviously has a relationship with Shinzo, so he's like, if you do capture Momo in only 3 days, it'll be the story of the year. I'll definitely have to interview you two personally, just the two of us. And Shinzo's just like, no, not just the two of us. I'm having someone with me at all points. And then we have Shura asking Fruta if she's okay with it, and Fruta was like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. I guess I'm okay with it." And then Kai's like, "Oh great, great. Sounds like we're in agreement. The matter of the Yozakura family's exposure is put on hold, pending Momo's capture in 3 days' time." And then we have everyone just saying that, "Oh well, this is the first time that a battle that a meme's gone off without was actually getting to scrape with each other." And then someone's like, "Cheap sweets, Granny, all around. Just everything's on here." As we have Kai giving Tayo the thumbs up. Okay, yeah. Seriously, why was Tayo here? Like, seriously, can someone answer me that question? Like, why was Tayo even here? I know someone's probably going to be like, "Oh, he was here because Kai wanted to show Tayo what a gold spy meter is like, because he's probably going to get his gold license at some point." Yeah, but seriously, I'd like to actually know that in the series itself. But all that is interrupted when we have Lord Ginga saying like, "Oh, good news, guys! I'm glad for you, because there is actually a message or a private video coming through from Momo from the dark web, which is private, and it's restricted so that only us can actually see it." As we see Momo crying and saying, "My beloved family, please allow me to expect a heartfelt apology." And we see Tayo and the Yozakura Submissions game annoyed by Momo by this, and that's where the chapter ends. So yeah, Momo is obviously BSing them here. He's like, "Oh, I want to apologise and everything," but yeah, he is BSing, and they can probably see right through it. Like, yeah, this is an obvious trap, and they're probably going to use this video to like, okay, we got to hack his location, because he probably anticipated something like this meeting happening, and he probably prepared this well in advance for this exact moment. Like, "Oh, the meeting's adjourned. Okay, I can play the message right now." But yeah, it's an obvious trap, but obviously we're gonna have to wait and see what Mo actually says in the video. But yeah, I don't believe any of the Yozakura siblings are gonna buy this apology from him. He's just too far gone now. Wants to mess their family dynamic up, wants to keep them living in the past and keep them living as a perfect happy family, even though he is doing outrageous, egregious things to keep that happy family state. So yeah, they're not going to listen to it. They're not going to listen to him. I'm going to be like, "Okay, where's he coming from? Great, we can go and get him right now," or something like that. But yeah, not really much to go off on this chapter. It's just a basic, okay, yeah, there's a problem, the Yozakura family being blamed, they can solve the problem, okay, coming to a compromise, and then Momo appearing at the end saying, "Oh, I've got a heartfelt apology," yeah. But some of the things that are in this chapter really got me thinking, like, is Kai and Koricho, is that actually being confirmed as an actual ship now? And I really want to know what the backstory is between these gold rank spies and the Yozakura siblings. Like, did they get bloomings from the other siblings as well? Well, that's just something that's really confused me. Like, the blooming as well. It's like, again, why is it just Mutsumi? Why is it just the heads? How is that determined? How is that actually determined? Like, which sibling is going to get the blue? It's going to get the blue hair. Why is it only women that get? Like, I can understand why. I can probably understand why, because it's coming from. Oh. Oh. Probably Sabumi. I can't believe I've forgotten her name for a second there. Sabumi. It's coming from Sabumi, so I imagine it's just like it's just on the what's the chromosome for women? Let me just get it up here. Chromosome women. Oh yeah, so it might be on the X chromosome, just on the X chromosome, where it can be passed down. But again, I'd like to know, like, how does it determine, like, which woman actually gets it? That is something I would like to know. So yeah, Anyway, guys, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lash and Luke signing off. Later, guys.